Alright, this dumbass is making.
I don't know what I'm making. It's going to be honey mustard chicken stir fry. And it was sizzling. So you need to take it off the stove.
He thinks he can cook.
Get in Discord and tell him making some fire chicken. You better watch what you're doing, camera woman.
You're about to get punched in the head. I don't watch what he's doing. He can't cook.
You know I'm cooking.
No.
You don't even lie. You know I
No,
cook good.
you can't.
Just tell him for real how good I cook.
No. You burned it.
They don't even know.
You burned everything.
I don't burn. You know you lying now.
He burns everything.
Look.
Look. What? What? Look at what?
You better reply to our shit. Where we at?
Man, you can't even function properly.
I am functioning. I'm cooking and doing all the hard work.
You doing all the hard work. You put the multiple
We cooking in the kitchen. Oh, I spelled kitchen wrong. Shit. Kitchen. Just focus on the camera.
This would be too.
I wish you turn on the light. Anyway. Yeah. DFK. After midnight. 2 hours after midnight, depending on where you are in the world. Maybe I should turn this back on. Oh, it's too bright. Too bright for the camera. Can't bring that no closer, babe.
No, I can't.
There you go. Look at that. The chicken and veggies. Yeah, it's gonna be.
He only cooks once a month, y'all.
You're lying.
Just saying.
She's lying.
No, I'm not.
She's drunk. Yeah, you don't have nothing to say about that.
Listen.
It's on high. You gotta cook your veggies on high.
He cooks once a month. And I do the rest. I do everything around here, don't I? I would twist it up on the twisted tea.
I barely drank. But tonight,
That's all you need.
But tonight, I'm twisted. Twisted, yo. All right, we gotta blast this somewhere else. DFK General's just failing me. I'm on DFK fam. You be failing.
Can you stop it, dude?
No, I'm not stopping the live stream. We don't stop the live. We just do.
Okay, get on my face.
Damn. Whoa.
Go.
Can I post? I gotta post.
No.
Stop. I gotta post in two more places.
You gotta go back to cooking.
You choke it. She's choking me on stream. Don't choke. I'm cooking chicken. Don't cook chicken.
Yeah, I know.
They just let me post. What am I?
I hear the.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
I hear the chicken bark, 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 bark. No.
I can't find the channel because you yelling.
The chicken bark, bark,
I'm about
bark,
to get
bark,
it.
bark, bark,
I'm
bark.
about to get it. We're making honey mustard chicken. We're gonna add a little bit of garlic, a little bit of pepper. What are you doing? Looking in the mirror? This ain't a mirror. Maybe you need to get on there and be my Miss Bless live streaming and everybody else on here. We're about to go straight from cooking into a live stream about DFK. All right. garlic powder. And then, of course, you got your minced garlic.
Yeah, minced garlic.
What I like to do is get a spoon, just take the juice off the top. You hear that? Garlic juice. Iron it up. Nobody ever says that honey mustard and garlic wasn't good together. And if you don't like it, then find another channel. Tad bit more garlic. You season it as you go.
He's a garlic
You
fan.
season as you go.
He's a garlic.
A little bit of white pepper. I'm not racist. This is just the kind of pepper we got right now. Do we have any black pepper? We out. We out of black pepper. We use that a lot. It goes a long way. You're the one that buys white pepper, not me. A little bit of salt to give them veggies.
I like it around my waist. I'm sorry.
And again, I'm cooking on hot. My mom came from Italy not too long ago. So we got, well, you can't really see, but this is pure olive oil from Italy. And we're running low in our little refill thing. Focus on me, babe, not your pretty face. We're going Mediterranean over here, folks. We're going Mediterranean.
Man, you don't even know what that means. You don't even know what that means. Shut up.
It's going to be burnt and it's going to be tasty.
Oh, goody.
You know you're going to eat some.
I can't wait to taste it.
Always cook your veggies on high, folks. You need a little bit of water.
He can cook.
Add water.
I know he can cook.
Water and oil, that's always a good combination. I'll try this at home.
Yeah, please don't try
Let's
it
cook
at
it in the
home.
kitchen. Twist it.
Do not try it at home. Can I go to the bathroom, please?
Go get the fire extinguisher. You don't have a fire extinguisher?
I got a hose, though.
Go get the hose.
I hosed your ass down.
Go get the hose. Alright, we've been cooking these veggies and this chicken on high the entire time. Since I added that water, it kind of just cooled it down, add a little bit of steam, that way it would get into the veggies. I'm gonna wait till that water disappears. Oh. So, DFK fam. I know we're cooking. I know that we're cooking, but the real reason I started this stream was to talk to you guys about what can I do with my DFK portfolio. What can I do with my DFK portfolio before the KICTHEN launch? And that's what we're going to talk about tonight at DFK at midnight. And we might do this every midnight, depending on your responses tonight, which I have none. They're slacking. Ow. It's not very nice. Maybe I gave the wrong link. Okay, hold on. Let me fix this. All right, let's try this. Uh-oh. I'm trying to get it to work. A little tipsy. There we go. I'm not burning anything. Get out of here. Don't throw things at me. All right. DFK at midnight cooking in the kitchen. Need this honey mustard. No, I don't know where your baker is. It's right there. This is just a little midnight snack. This is how you really celebrate Thanksgiving.
No. That's how you burn Thanksgiving.
There ain't none of this burn. I started cooking with whatever you had left over on the skillet. If there's anything burnt, it's what you had left over on the skillet.
I'm just thinking how shut up.
You ain't allowed to have none since you discriminated. It's too late. You can't have none.
I could go have something else.
Turn down a medium high. Actually, we're going to turn down a medium low.
My chicken somewhere else on my turkey.
Does anybody speak Miss Bless? Because I don't.
Right now.
Mustard powder? Does that seem appropriate?
No, it does not.
DFK at midnight, we cooking in the kitchen, y'all. Miss Bless live. Show Miss Bless what you got.
I ain't sure what I got, trust me.
All right, we'll see how many viewers we can get in the next 5 minutes. Miss Bless is going to show you what you got. Actually, you might want to get on the laptop and say, I'm going to show you what I got.
Oh yeah, I need money.
I need money.
Mama needs money. I'm not being here.
Go use your power and influence of being a woman to get people on stream so we can entertain them with our cooking in the kitchen. You know why we cook vegetables on high? Because they don't get soggy. You get a nice, crisp, crunchy, delicious flavor. And they're not soggy. Unless you like your vegetables soggy, then you know you do you. But I'm not doing it that way. Not when I mean it with chicken. She knows I can see her, right? Nobody wants to watch Bless cooking in the kitchen. Nobody wants to watch Bless cooking in the kitchen. Oh yeah.
I smell burn.
She lying.
Burn. Nigga, get your ass on here. Let me taste it.
No, I told you ain't allowed to have none.
Oh.
Look at that. Look at the chicken. Look at the chicken. Look at the broccoli, nice and crisp. We got that stir fry in here. It's fire. I'm just gonna let that cook on low for a little bit. While I talk to y'all about tokenomics. Okay. So here we go. With one viewer. This is what I want to talk to y'all about. What should I do with my DFK assets right now? Let me back up a little bit. I'm too close. What should you do, rather? This is not financial advice. I don't know why people say that. Has anybody got sued for that yet? I don't think so. What should you do with your DFK assets today? And if anybody asks a question, I'll answer it. But nobody's watching. So I'm just gonna. I did share. Biogen Zero. No, Three Wolves. That is the wrong answer. You are wrong, sir. That is not what you should do. Because that's roughly 9,000 to 10,000 joule right now. And you know what's going to happen, Jewel. You already know. Thank you. I don't need this. You know what's going to happen to Jewel. And if it doesn't, buy a pair of Gen Zeros. No, that's still wrong. Here's your options. Here's your options, right? Everybody knows that there's several bots out there. You can have like 100, 200, 300, 400 heroes. And you can take those heroes and you can bot them, let them level up, get a little bit of crystal. And you could hold that crystal or you can convert it to Joule right now. But we have to understand, is crystal going to close the gap to Joule? This is where we go back to the tokenomics. I'm getting things thrown at me. Don't throw combos. It's a waste of combos. This is where we go back to the tokenomics that DeFi Kingdoms just implemented. You got to look at the supply, right? It's all about the supply. It's all about the circulating amount. Now, KICTHEN, that's coming up, 8 billion. That's their gas. Now, if you weren't aware, Jade is going to be equivalent to what Crystal is on Crystal Veil. And DeFi Kingdoms' primary launch, everything's going to go back to Serendale. Everything starts on Serendale. They always said that everything would go onto Serendale first, right? So that means Joule is going to have to compete with KICTHEN. Joule's going to have to compete with KICTHEN. That is why Kingdom Studios has implemented the C Joule for the Crystal Veil Jeweler and S Joule for the Serendale Jeweler. It gives you benefits for having Joule. Why is that important? Well, that's important because not only is it going to help Joule compete with KICTHEN, but after KICTHEN's launch, Joule is actually going to be released as an alternative function to be used as gas on KICTHEN. Not immediately, but shortly after. So the devs say. So Jade is your equivalent to Crystal on Crystal Veil. And KICTHEN is your equivalent to Joule for gas. Every transaction you do on Serendale to begin with when KICTHEN launches is going to be KICTHEN. So you will need KICTHEN to do any kind of transaction on an initial launch on Serendale. Now there's reasons to be on Serendale. There's reasons to be on Crystal Veil. Now where the studio moves all these pieces and where they decide to launch new incoming content is completely up to them. And the only way that you're going to know that is by tuning in to their Discord and their announcements, the mediums that get put out. Thank you, Sandwich Punch, for that. And all the other people that are helping building up the community. And the concept of DFK is to lift all the ships with the rising tide. I'm quoting Bowen on that. We want mass adoption, right? Because the more people that are in crypto, the more TVL, the more total value lock that we have in crypto. Now, this is me tipsy and just, telling you guys what I think. And I've been following the project for a decent amount of time. And any direct questions, feel free to ask. I'm open. I'm here all night, all morning. I know that some of y'all Thanksgiving did up last night and passed out at like 5 p.m. after eating a whole bunch of turkey. I didn't do that. We ate, well, what did we eat, babe? We ate potatoes and green beans. Now we eating chicken. Honey mustard chicken. It's going to be fire. Babe, did you ruin my chicken? There ain't no way you could have. It's impossible to ruin that good. So good. What Gen Zero pair are you buying? I'm not buying any Gen Zeros 3 Whoops. You haven't been listening. I'm not buying a Gen Zero pair. You know why? Because I'm holding Jewel, baby. I'm holding Jewel. And you know why I'm holding Jewel?
How about you, Mr. Gen Zero? Yeah, that'd be great.
Go ahead. Miss Bless, take it away.
Who might give us a Gen Zero?
We don't need a Gen Zero. You know why? Because we're holding Jewel. Diamond hands, boy.
Oh, I'm holding
I feel like I'm
Tiger.
looking up. Let's fix this. All right, I'm old, and I have a kitchen, and that's where we are.
I'm not going to.
This is why we call it DFK at midnight, because you never know what to expect. I might just pop in here and give you all these secret tidbits that you wish you knew that you had, but you never got them because you weren't around for DFK at midnight. And that's not my fault. That's your fault because you ain't subscribed. 3 Wolves is subscribed, and that's why he knows everything. But the Gen Zero thing, forget about that. We don't want that.
Okay, give me one. Go on, send me one.
No, stay away from the moths. 3 Wolves, you have got an addiction, man. You have an addiction. You have addiction to the moths. Man, I was approaching like 150 heroes. And I was like, this is too many. I don't want them all. I can't handle it. I can't juggle that many. I don't even want a bot to juggle that many for me. Because I don't get enough return. I don't want to pay for some service to take care of all my heroes for me. And as much as people say, oh, it's easy to take care of 150 heroes every day, twice a day. Yeah, you try that for 8 months. Let me know how that goes for you. Now, realistically, Kingdom Studios is implementing PvP with wisdom, as we know. And if you ask Second Best Dad, if he's willing to tell you, the original video, yeah, the waifu bot, I've been hearing about the waifu bot. It sounds like there's good things from the waifu bot. But we'll find out. Back to what we were saying, though. What was I saying? You don't know. Do you know? What is that sound? Can you turn that sound? The generator in the living room? Power in the
No,
house?
it's not my vibrator. No.
Anyway, I was talking about the wisdom video that came out for the PvP. Here's what I learned from Second Best Dad, and I'm sure he doesn't mind telling me. Are y'all watching me or are y'all watching something else? This is what you're going to find out about the PvP. It's not pixel animation. That trailer that you saw was pixel animation. If you don't know the difference between pixel animation and spine animation, look up Adam C. Eunice on YouTube. Amazing developer, full stack dev, knows what he's doing. But the point is that if Kingdom Studios actually implements spine animations on Unity, it's going to be a powerhouse of a game, especially when they come out with PvE content. Now, I don't know what they have planned for PvP, but I know holding their power tokens long term, whether you're going to hold Jade or you're going to hold Crystal or you're going to hold Clayton, or you're going to hold jewel. It's completely up to you. Now, to me, the most logical thing to do, if you want to play the game, is to hold jade or to hold crystal. If you want to make basically, if you want to make transaction on Sarandel, you have to have Clayton when it comes out. If you want to make transactions on Crystalville, you got to have Jewel. And not only do you have to have Jewel for transactions on Crystalville, but eventually you're going to have them as an optional for Sarandel. What? It's right there. Yeah, you could do the waifu bot. You could get into a pool on X-Earn. There's multiple different things you can do. I'm about to eat some of this fire chicken. Whole plate. No F's given. Just eating it like it is. I don't need Gen Zeros. You know why? Because I don't want to summon. You know why I don't want to summon? Because the hero NFT inflation pool is what I'm going to call it. It's an inflation pool. How many heroes are there right now? Too many. Dark Summoning did not do what it was intended to do. Maybe for Kingdom Studios it did by getting them some more passive income. But for the economy and for the player, it didn't. It's not holding asset value for the NFTs in the game. And it's not going to. It might have if the fee was only based off a transaction. But having to pay additional crystal into killing 2 heroes, steep, man. It's too steep. I think if we go and look, how many I got burned? Anybody know? See how many got burned. We're looking up how many heroes got burned since the Dark Summoning. It's not enough. It's not enough to even hold the number stationary. It's nowhere close. I knew it wouldn't be. I told him that. All right, so there have been 25,416 burned. So basically, you divide that by 2 because there's 2 burned every time, and there has been 12.5, roughly 12.5 thousand dark summonings done. Out of how many wallets, and how many wallets did each one? That's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. I wish I had more honey mustard. It's good like it is, though. But that's what I want to talk about. I'm going to be on here until... Oh, General is dead. It is dead. I did bring the whole pan over. And I'm going to eat it. If you don't eat it, I'm going to eat it. I'm asking in general at 2:31 a.m. after Thanksgiving. I know it's a U.S. holiday that we celebrate when all the travelers from Europe came over to the United States and killed all the Indians and raped them and stuff. Oh, sure. I thought you said it was burnt. It don't look burnt. Does this look burnt?
It smells burnt.
It don't. It ain't burnt. That's from whatever you were cooking on the bottom. I coated it with
cooking. Oh, I need. Oh, it's a fabulous cook. He cooks all the time.
You said the other day that every time I cook, it's amazing. Admit it.
He doesn't ever cook.
Admit it, though. Every time I cook, it's amazing.
No, it's not. Just like right now. I smell burnt.
It ain't burnt. It's good.
Oh, can I try some?
She wants to try some of the burnt chicken.
Yeah.
Here you go, dear. There's a book for you to put it on. Man, she's feisty. Nope. What about price discussion? Let's check price discussion.
What was that you burning? You burnt clean.
It ain't burnt. That was there. Yeah, yes, it was.
No,
I didn't bother
not.
cleaning the skillet because there was no need.
Okay, I'll just take all the blame for it. That's
You
fine.
should. It's your fault.
Oh no. And then,
So what do we do, DFK community? What do we do? Dark summoning has killed 25,416. But we have a population of 300,000. Now, if this was real life, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But most people don't put a price on each individual person's life. And we're not talking digital assets here. We're talking, I mean, these are completely two different realities. The reality that we're looking at here in DFK is that the NFTs that we bought, we want to make sure that they hold value and increase in value. And the only way to do that is to make sure that the way that Kingdom Studios customizes the economy helps that foundation of holding value and increasing value. Now, if I bought a mythic, doesn't matter if it's a Gen 0, be a Gen 1, Gen 2, any class. If I bought a mythic, whatever, and it was level 1 when I got it. A couple months later, it's level 10, it's level 11. Now, I know if you compare the jewel price from January to today, obviously you ain't getting the same return from that mythic as you were then as you is now. But there's a way to combat that. And the way to combat that is by making things like dark summoning, but tweaking them a little bit so that they are actually benefiting the people that have invested and leveled these years, because that's all that we've been doing. That's all the entire community has been doing, is investing in these NFTs and leveling them and paying gas to get them to a higher level, using runes, using crystals, using stones, no matter the jewel price, no matter the crystal price. So, I mean, go to the customer portal. Address the concerns. I've already put it on there. It's on there. I'll show you where it is. Let's see. Let me show you. No, I'll just tell you. I probably put it under AMA questions because those are about the only ones they really answer anyway. Let's see here. Trending, pet XP bonus. Okay, that doesn't matter. ROI for playing versus holding, leveling heroes raffle tell. I mean, we're not really. I mean, the community's not even addressing what the real concern is here. We're holding NFTs. We want them to increase in value. We want them to hold their value, right? You don't buy gold and be like, yeah, it's fine that it went down 90%. I know this is crypto space, but you have to give utility to these NFTs prior to them even coming into existence. Now I know this is somewhat of a new space. Crypto GameFi, it's really new. It's a new technology. Web3, all of it's new. This has to be planned out. It has to be planned out. Why should I hold these NFTs? Are these NFTs going to hold value? Are the promises that this studio giving to the community, are they following through with them? Has anybody got an amulet yet? We're still waiting for amulets. I know. I'm not blaming Kingdom Studios. I'm not blaming them. I know the market's down. I know we're in a bear market. I know Harmony got rugged. But still, even though they lost half or more than half of their developers, if you make promises to deliver, you have to deliver. You can't order from Amazon and say, hey, Amazon, I want $100 worth of Skittles. And a week goes by, and the shipping date comes up. And you look at your front door, and there's no box of Skittles. No Skittles. So you're like, okay, maybe I should go back to Amazon.com and check and see if the date got pushed back. So you go to Amazon.com. Skittles delayed indefinitely. I already paid for them. I already paid for my Skittles. Why don't I have my Skittles yet? You don't go to the grocery store and pay for groceries, and then they'll say, we'll send them when we get them. Thanks for paying for them. We'll send them later. We can't do that. And Kingdom Studios, if anybody from Kingdom Studios sees this, I implore you, and I've had several communications and meetings with you guys about this, and you guys have followed several directives and ideas that we've given you, not just me, but my team of developers that we have. So I would say that I know you guys got a lot to catch up on, a lot. And it can be a lot of work, especially when your studio's been cut in half, less than half. And maybe once you get both feet on the ground and there is an actual solid foundation, you will deliver. And I hope you do. I really hope you do. I've been following the project for a long time. And you've been doing great. So I hope you listen to the whole video, because if you just cut it off 2 minutes ago, then you didn't hear the whole part. But you've been doing great to continue to produce, even though you had all the setbacks, but still at a management position. And you have to make sure that if you promise to deliver something, that it gets delivered. Or at least give criteria for when it's going to be delivered. I'm not talking about roadmap. I'm talking about if you say, hey, we're going to give amulets, or hey, we're going to give a charity badge, or hey, we're going to give PJ Quest, or hey, we're going to give this. People invest money hoping that the studio or the development team is going to follow through on what they say they're doing. And I think DeFi Kingdoms will follow through on that. But for it to be a 6, 7, 8 month window is more than a delay. And I think that should be addressed, not only by the community, but also by Kingdom Studios. And if it doesn't get addressed, did you take all my food? You did. I think that it should be addressed. I think Kingdom Studios should come out and say, hey, we know that we promised this. Recognize it. Just at first, that would be my first step. If I came out as a representative of Kingdom Studios, I would say, hey, I know that we got this coming. I know that we got amulets coming. I know that but we have to wait for items. But before we can do items, we have to do the traveling system. Before we do the traveling system, we have to do why even say, hey, we're going to give you amulets then? Wait to tell them that. Don't promise something that you're not going to deliver until a year later. I don't order something to wait a year to get it. I'm not going to buy a house and then say, hey, thanks for the $400,000. You guys can move into it in a year. I'm not, no, that's just not how it works. And this is what needs to change in the crypto space. That's what has to change. Hello? And if Kingdom Studios doesn't do it, somebody else will. I hope Kingdom Studios does. I'm highly invested. Not as much as some of you other guys, but I am. And I've been diligently trying to help. I'll debate anybody on this. Anybody. Anybody wants to debate with Bless? Send me an invitation. Bless, pound 9326 Discord. Hit me up. I'll debate you live. Any topic debating on crypto, anything DFK, I'll debate you on. We can have a long, hard debate on DeFi Kingdoms. And we can talk about all the wonderful things that they've done, and we can talk about all the bad things that they've done. Because if you don't take a Venn diagram and look at both and try to improve on the negatives, what are you going to do? You're just going to ignore them? Yes, the positives are great. We lift you up. We exalt you. But if you just ignore this weight, this baggage on that other side of that Venn diagram, eventually it's going to get heavy. We don't want it to get too heavy. You know what they say about pride. So cheers to all of you holding crypto. I hope that you succeed.
Cheers.
Cheers. I hope that you. Why don't you come back on stream? Well, no, It's not. I'm not all by myself here. I don't know how long this stream's gonna go. I might just ramble on until Three Wolves leaves. I think he's the only one in here. I'm sure somebody else will watch it later. Probably not all of it. Probably just click through it. At least you'll be in here. And they'll be like, oh yeah, Miss Bless. Yeah, oh she's right here. Yeah, see, Three Wolves is still here. Anyway, Three Wolves, are we on the same page here? Do you feel like the crypto space needs to change, especially this GameFi scene with the NFTs? Should utility be provided upfront to the customer when they invest in something? Or is that up to the investor? Regulations are going to come eventually. Yeah, you got a little bit of honey mustard right here.
Why don't you look it up?
No, not right now. Can't do that.
Oh, why not?
Because no, it's good. Can't be looking off. So, man, my head be shining so bright. Look at that. Shining. I'm just here now to keep you from leaving, really, because I have no life. Three Wolves, I want you to stand up right now. Stand up. Stand up. You have a life, sir. You're living it. You have one. I'm serious. Tell him, look, he's saying he doesn't have no life. You know how that feels? Think about that.
I didn't read that.
Look, he says, I'm just here now to keep you from leaving, really, because I have no life. Somebody's trying to defeat you internally, Three Wolves. Tell him, babe. Tell him. Speak on it. Speak on it. You know.
You're worthy.
You're worthy.
You are worthy of a lot, and you have a lot of potential, and I'm sorry, crying. So,
Speak from the heart, baby.
You have so much to live for. I don't know your situation, but I know what I've been through. But I've been through a lot. So I can only imagine if you say you have no life. You were loved. You were cared for. Even if it doesn't seem like it, you're worthy. So keep pushing through. That's what I have to do. My own family hates me. Or I feel like they hate me. Trust me. I just called them earlier. I pretty much got cussed out and it hurts. But I know that I'm more than enough. I am. And so are you. And I'm enough for the stomach.
Nobody's enough for the stomach.
Um,
Nobody's enough. It ain't that big. I let it grow to the exact amount that I want it to grow.
How about love?
What Miss Bless is trying to say is that everyone has a plan and a purpose in this life, even if you don't see it. And I know that we're talking about crypto mostly and DFK on this channel, but we also try to be good disciples of Christ, of God. Not religious. We put no stock in religion. We don't put no stock in religion. We put stock in the wisdom of God. And whatever you decide that is, that's what we put stock in. And we were led to DFK. We prayed and we were led to DFK, and we're being patient with it. Now, all I can do is say that if you want to invest in something, pray about it. Whether you're praying to Tootsie Rolls or can of Twisted Tea, whatever it is your idol is, I suggest you pray to. But, you know, if you're here for a reason. Three Wolves.
Listen.
Moth Queen.
I've been through a lot. Trust me. A whole lot. I've went to jail. I've growing up with a stepdad who was alcoholic. I ran the streets. I was a stripper. I slept with many men. So if God can do it to me, He can do it for y'all.
No shame.
No, not at all.
No shame.
Because He brought healing to my heart. And I found the man who loves me.
Take a look, y'all. This is what a real man looks like. No,
not anymore.
I'm gonna throw some kind of fun in here. It's not all about righteousness and redemption. We gotta have a little bit of
No, you gotta have a lot of fun.
Tons of fun. Three Wolves sent you the man of the hour. What you got from me and Miss Bless? Hit us with it. We tipsy. We ain't afraid.
Oh, he tipsy.
I'm good. Thank you very much. I just cooked some bomb-ass chicken, which I'm about to eat the rest of it here very shortly.
Okay.
I will.
I'm good to do it.
Stay away from my chicken. Stay here. Stay away from the chicken. Put some of that General Towns on it. Moths are pretty, and Gen Zero is forever. That's all I got. Moths. You know what? Let's look that up. Let's look up what.
Why do you only get one viewer?
Because it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. So there are several different definitions for moth if you translate them into other languages. One is death.
Please tell him he has to trim his beard.
No, my beard's fine, babe.
No.
It needs to get longer. Anything.
No.
But the phonetic spelling for that is M-O-H-T-H, noun, masculine. Moth, death. I love my kaleidoscope. Three Wolves loves moths or death, and Gen Zero is forever. That's all I got. And he loves his kaleidoscope. Everyone.
So you love Silence of the Lambs.
He likes Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, that's my boy. Oh.
Should I leave you two alone while I go eat my chicken?
No.
Aramaic, corresponding to Maveth, death. See Hebrew, Maveth. I think that's how you pronounce it. So that's one translation. It also means ash. Ash. Group of moths, an eclipse. Group of butterflies, kaleidoscope. Makes me want to sing that song. Total eclipse of the heart. I know. My vocals on point. Let's play it. Where we at? Can you hear this? Hold on. We're going to get censored. Come on, Three Wolves. Bonnie Tyler. I'm giving her credit. I'm not copyrighting her. 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 I'm giving her credit. Okay, apparently I didn't think that through due to the echo. Apparently I didn't think that through due to the echo. Somebody's copying me. Stay off my chicken. All right, I'm going to turn those speakers off because that did not work well. I should have moved my microphone to my headset, and then maybe it would have probably still been a problem, let's be honest. I know you wish you could liquidate all this right now. You wish you were holding a whole bunch of fat stacks of Joule, and it was in a Joule USDC liquidity pool. Look how pretty your eyes are on stream, babe. You're like a ravenous wolf. Look at mine. Mine are like a. What does mine look like?
Look my shit that got
Dude, that's not fair. It's messed up.
It's not on you though.
Yeah, get away from me. I give you a compliment and tell me how you do. All right. Anyway, so the moral of the story is, what should I do with my DFK assets? If you've ever seen Jurassic Park, where that one guy's like, what does he say?
I don't know what you're talking
Sleep tight, keep your butt cheeks tight, something like that. Hold on to your butts. That's what he says. He said, hold on to your butts. I don't know if that's going to help any. Hey.
about. Hold on to your butt. Sorry. No, sorry.
Stop eating all the food that I cooked that I burned.
I'm cleaning up your fucking sloppy ass mess. You so sloppy.
She's in denial, man. She's in denial.
There's a slop.
Here.
Slop.
All right, so
Listen, I can show my whole ass view on too.
no, we don't
No.
want to get the YouTube account. You guys, I give you a compliment and said how beautiful your eyes are. Does that not worth anything to you?
It doesn't hurt to shit.
Yeah, I show my love and concern of how beautiful you are, and you retaliate with how doo-doo my eyes look. This is why you can't live with women, and it's also why you can't live without them.
It's not.
I don't know why
It's
you
also
can't. Why
why
can't you
you
live without
can't.
them?
It's also
They might
why.
figure that out yet.
It's also
And they might
why.
figure that.
There's no.
Oh, I know. I'm not gonna say it though.
You can't live with it either.
We're doing it right now. Tons of people are doing it. Not like doing it. I'm talking about like living together.
Oh, I wish I could be doing it, but I'm broken down.
She's been begging for it all day. She knows why. We are in prayer and supplication to God. We are fasting. Because after we fast from it for a certain duration, we agree.
Yeah, we agree.
See,
That's great.
we came to consensus.
Are we done talking about it?
Yes, we're done talking about it. Brought it up. Or did I? I don't remember. Tell them what they want to know. Three Wolves is watching. And somebody else. I don't know who. Show yourself.
DFK.
Oh, they disappeared.
Oh.
They showed up and then they disappeared. Hey, maybe
I'll show my ass. If you'll pay me. I will.
She had way too much to drink. Ignore her comments. Three Wolves is staying because he's like, potential booty.
So if you pay me in Jewel, it'll be fine.
I'm here now. In general tomorrow. Miss Bless a freak. It's getting blurry. Happened 3 was you broke the camera. Damn. There we go. All right, so I'm taking questions from the DFK community for the next until I leave. So here I am. I'm just gonna sit here and vape and stare at the TV monitor, whatever. Yep. Any questions? I'm gonna read poems that I wrote. All right, I'm doing it.
No, those are ours. Don't do
They're
that.
good. How long to lock C-Jewel for? Are you trying to make money short term? Don't lock any. If you believe that the project is going to stay around for the next 3 to 5 years, sure, lock a bunch of it. But if you think there's going to be a short-term pump to over $5, I would, especially if you DCA'd all the way from the top, I would not lock any, but that's just my personal preference. How long to lock C-Jewel for? That is my answer. If you are a short-term investor, by short-term, I mean within the next year or two, I wouldn't lock any. Not with the current information that has been provided by Kingdom Studios. I would not. Not enough information. It's like if you put 100 jewel into the jeweler, we'll give you an amulet. Do. What's the amulet do? When am I gonna get it? I don't know. With the with the price floor of all Gen Zero drop when the new Gen, will the price floor of all Gen Zero drop when the new Gen Zero come out? Yes, they will. They're going to continue to drop because the population of heroes is just increasing. Dark Summoning is not going to stop the count. The more heroes there are, the less the value everything's going to be worth NFT wise. Unless they come out with some kind of burn mechanic that's actually worth something, that's not just another function to put more money into Kingdom Studios' pocket, which I get is the point. The more money they have in their pockets, the more they have for development. I'm not killing them for that. They're still building a foundation. So I mean, this is it seems like they're thinking really long term. It seems that way, but are you willing to bet all of your money on it? Will the price floor of all Gen Zeros drop when the new Gen Zeros come out? Some of them will. Some of them. That's my answer. Yeah. Oops, it's not you. I just sent it to you in a DM. Any caveats on that, Three Wolves? Think differently? Every hero that is summoned is slowly diminishing the value of every other hero in existence. Just how it is. There is no burn mechanic. There is no meaningful burn mechanic. Will the price of legendary rare plus dreads continue to drop? Yes, it will. It's going to because of the same reason. Jewel's low. Crystal's low. Jade's going to be low. Clayton's going to be low. All these, it's going to be low. People can afford to summon and summon and summon and summon and summon. And dark summonings, it's not burning more than what's being summoned. That's just facts. It's math. It's just math. These NFTs need utility. They need utility. There is no utility. Dreamer would argue that there is utility, but it's not utility that is functional right now. It's not functional utility. because it doesn't hold the market to a standard. Functioning utility holds the market to a standard because it adds value to these NFTs and holds the value NFT. Like I could argue that silver is more valuable than gold because silver has more uses than gold does. But one would argue that, hey, there's not as much gold in existence as there is in silver. Well, does that matter? What do we use gold for? Turn it into rings? Certain electronics need gold. It looks good on my floor. I don't know. You tell me. Any other questions? I'm just sitting here taking questions. My input might be useless to some and may be valuable to others. Will the price of legendary, rare plus dreads continue to drop? I think the legendary and rare plus dreads will hold value much better than obviously uncommons or basic. But eventually they're going to drop because more of them are going to be in existence. The more NFTs that are in existence, the less, because there's no player acquisition. There's not. I mean, Clayton, how many wallets does Clayton anticipate to bring over? We don't even have those numbers. We have no numbers. Let's say they bring over 50,000 and everybody buys 10 heroes. I mean, it just that would just be some more summoning being done, more people selling some off. People are literally sitting on hundreds, thousands of heroes right now, mostly for botting. I don't know if they are even considering the resale value. I mean, these bots are turning the material economy into nothing. There's no real use for the materials aside for stamina potions that basically you should just wait for tomorrow and get that much more experience. They're not worth the cost. Bring notepad up. Oh no. Three Wolves, you got any other questions? We're gonna bounce out of here. DFK at midnight is more popular on the weekends. This is just a Thanksgiving special, y'all. Any other questions for me, sir? Or for Miss Bless? Smack that. Up on the floor, smack that. No?
We can do it. But I want some jewel in return. If I want to smack that.
Yeah. She's not cheap. She's expensive. Make me like that. This has been the ramblings of Bless and Miss Bless. Not so much Miss Bless, more Bless. Hopefully there was some good information in here. Any? Maybe a little bit? What do you think, Three Wolves? Any valuable information in here?
I was just a pervert. That's fine.
You came in. That's not Leland's, right? Thank you, sir. As always, you are appreciated and you are worthy. Good night, DFK. Good night, world. Peace out. We need peace. Peace sign. What up? You got me a what up last time. Now we have peace. No peace. I'll double peace. Peace.